The next painting in the series, this is, now we move to the Conquest of Mexico. So the next painting is called Encounter, referring to the face-to-face meeting between the Spanish conquistador Hernán Cortés and the Aztec King Monteczuma. When Conquistador Cortes arrived in 1519 in what is now Mexico, the land was ruled by King Montezuma, and Cortés learned that he was actually considered by the Aztec as the emissary of the Aztec legendary king or god king himself, Quetzalcoatl, or that Cortés, or they thought that Cortés was even Quetzalcoatl himself. So it's said that Montezuma greeted Cortés with reverence, saying, "My lord, you have come to your city Tenochtitlan. You have come to sit on your throne." And Montezuma addressed Cortés with flowers plucked from his own garden, which to the Aztec was the greatest honor. And in response, Cortés has a completely, totally different reaction. He has something else in mind. So he seized Montezuma, made him a prisoner, and demanded enormous ransom of gold, which was actually duly delivered. Cortés, the way in communicating with the Aztec and learning about them, about their lives, understanding their language, earlier on when he landed in the Yucatan, Cortés discovered the most valuable prize, which came in the form of an Aztec princess, La Dona Marina, which later became known as La Malinche. La Malinche became Cortés' companion, translator, and guide into the Aztec world. She was instrumental in acquainting Cortés with Aztec life and culture and so on. So Cortés didn't hide his ambition, what he came for. He came for gold. And this is what he kept asking for. He wanted more gifts and more gold. And when the Aztecs couldn't deliver, or couldn't deliver enough gold, they showered him, presented him with tons of gold, but he wanted more and kept asking for more. And when they couldn't deliver enough, Cortés would resort to punishment and violence by interrogating and torturing the Aztecs warriors in order to get the location of gold and more treasures. Cortés tortured and killed Cuauhtemoc, the Aztec emperor. He imprisoned the entire royal family. He forbade the Aztecs to live in their own city, Tenochtitlan, which he later completely destroyed. And so, with this began, at this crucial time, began the first phase of Spanish colonization of the America. The composition and the painting Encounter depict this encounter between the Aztec King Montezuma and the Spanish conquistador Hernán Cortés. In a scene with, again, we have two major sections that are separated at the top center by a V-shaped open space containing a fallen figure, the fall of the eagle. In this case here, they intersect the fallen figure of a warrior and an eagle, forming that V-shaped section. The right section is dominated by a figure representing Cortés, reaching for his long sword, long drawn sword, being drawn over subdued figures. He is also leaning backward upon a figure, a female figure, representing his guide, his woman, his interpreter, his mistress, La Malinche. And then you have a very rather tense scene here with the upper area showing a figure with wide flung arms, in which it arches a horse, a rearing horse, wide, above the figure of a priest and a soldier. So you have here again the involvement of both the priest and the soldier, one in doing this, in the mission of. On the other side, the left section shows Montezuma. He's holding a flower necklace. Montezuma's posture is reinforced by a triangular plane containing figures and symbols that refer to Aztec mythical gods and warriors. From here, we move into the other events, major events that took place in the 17th century.